Hi guys, welcome to the Erica Shady channel, the bilingual channel, English and Spanish and English. Bienvenidos al canal de Erica Shady, el canal bilingüe de inglés a español y español a inglés. With that said, if you don't like to hear another language, if you just want a reaction, and actually this is not a reaction. I'm sorry. If you don't want to hear a breakdown in another language, then this is not a reaction for you. So first of all, I just got to say that I already have heard this song. I know there's been a lot of people who already reacted to it. I'm a Joyner Lucas fan because I think the Joyner is a troubadour. I think he's a minstrel of the 21st century. Okay, because this guy's uh, storytelling skills and views about what's going on in the world right now. It's awesome. I always like, I mean, that's how I found out about Joyner Lucas was through I'm Not Racist. That was the first song where he did two monologues and put it together as a dialogue. One first, which was a white guy, and he doesn't even show up in the video. You know, he shows the white guy, and anybody who's watching the video at first think that the white guy is the one saying the N word, being racist, and then you realize no, it's Joyner Lucas rapping. That's what how I found out. And then when the other actor comes in, the black guy, that's when you know, okay, it's the same guy. So anyhow, like I said, I already had heard this song. I already watched the video. So this is kind of like a breakdown, like a sharing, let's vibe, because it's such an awesome song. Esta canción me gustó mucho. La vamos a compartir. Ya yo la he escuchado. Ya yo sé que hay muchas reacciones ahí. Llego tarde. Pero yo quiero que ustedes conozcan lo que hablan español y si me ven que al Joyner Lucas, o sea, que sepan más de él, no solamente que él estuvo con Eminem, sino también de la destreza que tiene para contar historia, para narrar poéticamente. Yo le llamo el trovador, el trovador el juglar del año del siglo XXI, que diga, del año del siglo XXI. So entra borracho, ya sabemos que él va a venir a hablar, él va a desahogarse. Esa vaina de la borrachera es como una indicación de que tú sabes que los borrachos nos desahogamos y aquí lo que vamos. Y claro, también es un gangster, no tiene que enseñar que es un gangster, porque tiene no solamente eso, sino que tiene la Biblia y una pistola. So at the beginning, right, like the way he's coming in, all drinking, all drunk, he's setting up the mood for like this is a rant. This is an honest drunk person's rant. Okay. And of course, he had to show us that he's a G. You know, at least he comes from the street because he got the two things to protect him. One to protect his soul and the other one to protect his body. Una para proteger su alma y la otra para proteger su cuerpo. Y oyes el sonido ahí de la bebida. You hear the sound. Sounding it up.
Guess we gotta try this again. Dear Lord, I know that we've been here before. It's been a long time, I hope that you don't slam the door. I try to walk away, but there's some shit I can't ignore. I could be wrong, but seems like you don't even care no more. Cause since our last talk, you ain't playing fair no more. And when I pray, it kinda feel like you ain't there no more. I still don't understand why niggas who deserve it dies living, but the ones who ain't deserve it isn't here no more.
So you see, and then you see the lyrics match right with the video of the woman.
I'm praying, kinda feel like you ain't there no more. I still don't understand why niggas who deserve it dies living, but the ones who ain't.
Which it could happen to him too, because he owned a gun. Okay, that's not going to happen to him now because he's rich. You know, we all know who Joyner Lucas is. But when he was coming up, and if he owned a gun, the same thing could have happened to him if the cops broke into his house. So the way he put, you know, the people who are not supposed to be here, and that's not something like, ooh, he's thinking profoundly. No, most of us have thought that, like, why is this person still alive and this one is dead? You know, meanwhile, so and so is dead. Todos hemos pensado eso, ¿me entiendes? Y él pone la canción, lo que él está diciendo con la imagen de Breonna Taylor, que fue una muchacha que mataron los policías porque entraron en su casa y el novio de ella tenía una pistola y él no sabía quién era. Ellos no se anunciaron, police, y él disparó y le dispararon para atrás y le pegaron un balazo. Y ella era una paramédico. She was a paramedic, and they killed her. They assassinated her, point blank. They came into the house, they broke in. The guy did not know that they were cops, her boyfriend. He does what anybody else would do who owns a gun. I mean, you're breaking into my house. But she got shot.
Deserve it isn't here no more. And no, I don't want no one else to die. Instead of trading souls, I got something else in mind. There's a lot of moments that I wish that I could change. I could fix a lot of pain if you help me out this time. Maybe we can undo all the damage, press rewind. Reset the clock and make it so some niggas never die. Or maybe fix all the mistakes of those that's still alive and give them all a second try. Erase that Will Smith slap and turn them back around.
Erase that Will Smith smack and turn it around as he rewinds. But of course, he had to acknowledge this. I mean, no, he didn't have to. We're grateful that he did. And he does that because that's what he is. He's a lyricist. He's a rapper. He's going to talk what he's going through. And this guy wrote an ode, an homage to Will, like Will. Will even participating because he's friend with Will Smith's sons, just like August. So he had to mention this. He didn't have to. I'm sorry. He being who he is. It was natural. It was normal that sooner or later he was going to talk about it. I kept looking. I kept waiting for the song to come out where he was going to acknowledge what he had said. He did acknowledge it on a Twitter though, and on a tweet that he did say something like, "Oh boy," and something acknowledging that he had made a mistake or that he wasn't aware of what was going on because he came out with all this beautiful song, about how Will and Jada were the perfect couple. You're like, he didn't have a Jada. That's what he said. Maybe I haven't found a shorty like Jada. Some people might say, you're lucky. Some people might say that. Alguna gente diría que tiene suerte. Porque él dijo en la canción que él escribió a Will que él no había encontrado una mujer como Jada, que por eso él no se había sentado.
I wait till they get backstage so they can have it out. And maybe make it so that Chris chose a different joke, a different topic, something Jada won't be mad about. Matter of fact, let's talk about this shit I'm sad about. When Pop Smoke accidentally leaked that address out. Lord, you know the streets crazy, how you drive the ball. When you know niggas keep a target on these rappers now. And give us Kobe Bryant back, we a mess without him. Take back the day he ever.
Mencionó a Pop Smoke, who's another rapper who got shot. I think he got shot is this the one? Yeah, I think he got shot in Houston. Oh no, that was Ghost. That was Ghost. So Papa Smoke, I guess they leak an address and they also, they kill him. Kobe who died, I mean, most everybody, is sad about that one. Everybody knew Kobe and it was a tragic death. So he's like taking those moments back where Kobe would take the car instead of taking the plane, which we know. I mean, we don't know, but he probably insisted. The pilot must have told him it's too dangerous. It cannot be possible. The pilot, knowing how dangerous it was like, okay, let's go. They wanted to beat traffic. Ellos querían agarrar el tráfico, no tener el tráfico. Y ese piloto parece que no le dijo, oye, yo creo que sí le dijo. Y que Kobe insistió, no, vámonos, we go.
Ever step inside the helicopter, make her take the car instead and forget the chopper. Maybe take a different route or get a different driver. Can't believe you took his daughter and she left behind him. It's kinda hard to see the positive and that's the problem. I know you don't make mistakes, but I was hoping you'll erase that bullshit so his family won't be left without him. And I wish I could fly to Russia on a different mission and make him pay for putting Brittany Griner in the prison. Or maybe you could bring her back to February 17th and you could take.
Está bueno eso, está bueno, me está mencionando también esa destreza que tiene, that skill that he has to narrate. He's talking about everything that's going on. He's talking about this basketball player who was put in jail in Russia because they found CBD in her luggage when she was coming back. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think she was coming back, or she had landed, not coming back. She had landed. It wasn't when she was leaving. Man, and he's like, and take that back, or maybe make the Russians be less strict. But I mean, they are less strict. That was just somebody that they wanted to get so that they can get their man released, the one that they wanted.
I know you don't make mistakes, but I was hoping you'll erase that bullshit so his family won't be left without him. Yeah. And I wish I could fly to Russia on a different mission and make him pay for putting Brittany Griner in the prison. Or maybe you could bring
Brittany Griner, that's her name. That's
the back to February 17th, and you can take the CBD so she ain't flying with it. Or maybe change that 9 years and give her 9 minutes. Or better yet, change the laws so they can start tripping. I know that's a lot to wish, and it ain't my business. But until you grant my wish, I ain't gonna stop wishing. But Lord, listen, this shit irking me. Now how you take PMB, that shit absurd to me. So many questions about that shit and it's disturbing me. That niggas can't eat waffles without security. And niggas can't work hard and go buy some jewelry. That one hurt to see. And by the end of the song, they gon' try to murder me. And if they do, I hope my fans take it personally. I know you hear me talking, Lord, don't be curving me. Won't you take us?
Dice, están matando tanta gente que no puede ir alguien al Waffle House. That guy was shot, I guess, at the Waffle House. Like, you can't go to the Waffle House without even having security. And he's like, hey, I hope that when I die, if they kill me, because maybe by the end of the song I'm already dead, so someone kill me. I hope my fans take it personally and they riot. They go out there. Oh, you know that we will. I mean, and yeah, because I mean, no, this is it will be a great and immense loss. I mean, this guy is the future. This is the lyricist of the 21st century. Mark my word. Este tipo va a llegar. Este va a ser otro Eminem. Este tipo va a llegar lejos.
Back to Kylie Jenner's party before them shots hit the floor, before the bullets ricochet and leave it dripping more. We don't know the truth or if we misinformed, but either way, take it back and make Tory hop inside a different car. Broke my heart when DMX died, I hit the call. Feel like that nigga was an angel in a different form. Might have had a drug.
Yeah, I heard too when DMX died. It was painful too because of his drug addiction, his issues that he had. Man. And I like that he'll say in this song, that's a different battle that I don't know about. Of course you don't, because you're not an addict. Only addicts can tell, and that's a battle with yourself. That's a demon, man. That's loneliness. Es una soledad increíble y señalar ese vacío. I did a video about that, about child abuse and all the things that he went
I hit the call. Feel like that nigga was an angel in a different form. Might have had a drug problem like he did before, but he was fighting demons, and I know that that's a different war. You must got a major ego. I ain't trying to disrespect or trying to play the hero, but when you took Takeoff, you took my favorite Migos. Look, I don't know how that makes sense, cause it makes zero. The fucking wrong place, wrong time, that ain't G though. Took that man right in his prime, that's playing Evo.
Yeah, that ain't G though. Eso no es bueno. That ain't good. That's not good. That ain't G though. Okay? Being in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's not cool. That's not fair. It's like, he's like, you got, but there's no God. That's the whole point. Listen to Hopsy. Listen. Que escuche a Hopsy. Creo que se llama Hopsy. Yeah, que habla de eso. And there's no God. That's why. That is randomness. Anything can happen to anyone at any time, at any moment, because that's what life is. Randomness. And yes, unfortunately, being at the wrong place at the wrong time. No such thing as God made that happen. It's just life.
Heart when DMX died, I hit the call. Feel like that nigga was an angel in a different form. Might have had a drug problem like he did before, but he was fighting demons, and I know that that's a different war. You must got a major ego. I ain't trying to disrespect or trying to play the hero, but when you took Takeoff, you took my favorite Migos. Look, I don't know how that makes sense, cause it makes zero. The fucking wrong place, wrong time, that ain't G though. Took that man right in his prime, that's playing Evo. When Tiny Luster died, I cried and played CeeLo, cause I can't even watch Friday without saying Devo. You know this shit got me stressed, right? Staring at the Bible, trying to figure out who's next. Like, why you take the ones who ain't deserve it?
And that's the movie Friday. I cannot, es la película Friday. Si no puedo ver a Friday sin pensar en Devo.
See what death like. Meanwhile, 6ix9ine free, living his best life. Go back to the day that he took the stand and confessed, right? Tape his mouth shut so he never talked to the feds. Like, make him do his time so his niggas gotta do less, right? Make him learn from Bobby so he can know what respect like. Lord forgive me for my language and these bad words, but that Candace Owens bitch get on my
But that's, yeah, he's like, he can't stand 69. Él no soporta el 69 porque el 69 era un sapo que habló de sus amigos y los chivateó para que le dieran menos tiempo. He snitched on his friends so he will get less time. But he's comparing him to Bobby. But check it out. That's what life is. You see how unfair life is, which he didn't mention there. But when 69 came out, he made a song and he made a song with Nicki Minaj too. It was a hit. He made money out of that song. Bobby came out, he hasn't put a hit yet. No ha sacado un hit el Bobby. Life is not life is random. Life is not fair. No, there is no God. No hay Dios. La vida no es justa.
My last nerve. How you gonna tell me that what we witnessed on TV was a murder when we watch niggas turn his ass into Casper? George died from asphyxiation, and that's a factor. Fentanyl or not, he'd have never died in his last.
This woman, Candace Owens, man, she's always I mean, she's a Republican, and the way she talks, it's like she has sold herself. She sold herself out because she talks like if she was a redneck, like if she was a racist, a Trumpist. And I think it's an internalized self hatred. I don't know. She wants to come off like, oh no, we all got different opinions. Yeah, you might have different opinions, but you don't have to put the other people down. You don't have to use the same terminology that they're using. So esta mujer Candace Owens tiene como un odio hacia su propio ser, hacia su propia raza, porque ella habla muy mal de la raza afroamericana. Ella siempre está hablando como si ella fuera una blanca, una racista blanca.
Last words while I cannot breathe, so really she gotta chill. Or maybe they should trade places so she can see how I feel. Little bitch got me stressed, God. Probably not prepared for what I'm asking next, God. Bring Ye mama back, cause he a mess, God. And he ain't been the same ever since Donda West died. Yeah, that's the day Kanye West died. First his heart, then his mind, then the rest died. And if your bank account is overkill, your soul could be broken still. Even a rich spirit money can't buy.
Ooh, living a rich spirit that money cannot buy. Your bank can be full, but doesn't mean that you feel good up here. But let me tell you something. It must be much better though to cry in a nice king size bed. You know, it must be much better to cry looking outside your window at the ocean, you know, and your mansion. But who am I to know? I never had that money. I guess that if you're not a happy person, but David Chappelle talked about that, about his friends that work in Foot Locker, how he used to, you know, he was going for law school, he was getting, you know, he was very intelligent, then he got married, have kids, he got divorced at the end and ended up working in Foot Locker. And David Chappelle is like, but he's still alive. He hasn't killed himself. He's happy because it comes from here. It's something that you can't buy. You cannot buy happiness. That's for sure. You can buy things that can make you feel better for the moment.
You see how I feel. Little bitch got me stressed, God. Probably not prepared for what I'm asking next, God. Bring Ye mama back, cause he a mess, God. And he ain't been the same ever since Donda West died. Yeah, that's the day Kanye West died. First his heart, then his mind, then the rest died. And if your bank account is overkill, your soul could be broken still. Even a rich spirit money can't buy. I pray the heavens watch me. Rest in peace, Biz Marquis, you got peace. Young Dolph, King Von, Drake in your top 3. Black Rob, Troubles, Virgil and Shock G. Pat Stay, K Slay, and Fred the God G. She almost took Lil TJ, but I'm happy he got Lee. Lord, you even took Black Panther, that's not G. And when Sidney Musawala got shot,
Sidney Musawala, too, he mentioned that. He's mentioned a lot of people who died in 2022. Está mencionando mucha gente que mencionaron. A este tipo también lo mataron, le dispararon. They shot him. I know about him because I have reacted to his song. So that's good. That's very good that he mentioned him.
Slay and Fred the God G. She almost took Lil TJ, but I'm happy he got Lee. Lord, you even took Black Panther, that's not G. And when Sidney Musawala got shot, that shot me. Begging for your guidance on this ghetto earth.
See how he played with the word with Musawala got shot. That shot me. That shocked me. Eso lo sorprendió a él. Cuando le dispararon a él, oh my God, they killed this guy.
Frustrated, trying to understand how heaven works. I'm just hoping you can pull a couple strings and redo a couple things so maybe we can get a second turn. You took juice from us that forever hurts. But putting the blame on you, that'll never work. I know this ain't your fault, it's the devil's work. Devil's work.
Now it's the devil, now es el diablo, porque como no tiene respuesta de Dios, tengo que echarle la culpa al diablo. But if you guys like this breakdown, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Even if you're a believer, baby, come on, we all got different beliefs. I do appreciate that he believes that he's talking to this imaginary person, questioning things about life. And unfortunately, the sun rises for all of us, even for 69. Ay, si usted llegó al final de esta reacción, denle un like, suscríbase, no se olvide de dejar un comentario y ayúdeme a crecer el canal. Cuídese. Bye.